Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I make reaction content here on YouTube. Today I'm looking at Doctor Who Series 4, Episode 10. This one's called Midnight. I have a special guest once again for this one. Sarah has joined me fresh back from her vacation. Hello, Sarah. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I hope you're not sick of seeing my face after that last episode. Me and Brandon were just chatting today and we got talking about Midnight and I said that it's one of my favorites, so we've ended up recording this. I'm just really excited for this.
I hope it'll be fun. We'll see. Midnight sounds scary.
Midnight's brilliant. It's one of my favorites.
I'm afraid of the dark. This is not a joke. I am afraid of the dark.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
No, of course you did. Okay, well, that's kind of pretty.
Sapphire waterfall. It's a waterfall made of sapphires.
He gets so excited.
Yeah.
I'll be back for dinner. We'll try that anti-gravity restaurant with bibs.
I love these guys so much.
Taking a big space truck with a bunch of strangers.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. I saw that coming. You don't say that. You never say that. Okay, so all right, this is gonna be fun. No, I've said before, I don't know which ones you've seen, but I've talked about it. Like somebody asked me if I had a favorite companion, right, so far, and I gotta say Rose, right? But as far as like the relationship, the dynamic between the Doctor and the companion, I think this is my favorite. It's so open. There's no like innuendo. There's no hidden meaning behind things. There's nobody like trying to hide feelings or pretend they didn't see that the feelings were there. And there's none of that. It's completely free and innocent, and I really love it.
Yeah, I just think that Rose brought it back, you know, like she was the revival, you know what I mean? Like you gotta give her like so much credit for like, you know, everyone just related to her, I think, and like saw a bit of themselves in her, and like, you know, it really helped bring the show back.
Yeah, like I said, if you're asking me favorite companion, she's got it hands down right now. I think it's because he really needed this right now. I think the thing with Martha was just really unhealthy for both of them, and I think this is exactly what he needs. He needs a companion. Like he needs like a friend. He just needs somebody who's a friend that can be there with him, and that there's no pressure, there's no secrets. It's just, you know. I love their dynamic. But I'm with you. I know the Rose love is real, and I'm right there with you on it.
Professor Winfold Hobbs.
I'm the Doctor.
I don't think I'm gonna like him.
Didi Blasco.
Don't bother the man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like him very much.
We get slippers.
Jethro, do what your mother says.
Oh, I know him from somewhere.
He was Merlin and Merlin.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was Merlin and Merlin.
Fire exit at the rear, and should we need to use it, you first.
Oh, that's not funny.
There's been a diamond fall at the Winter Witch Canyon, so we'll be taking a slight detour.
Trap. The classic setup for like an ambush.
4 hours of fun time. Enjoy.
All at once though?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god, that would be hell.
Well, that's a mercy.
And variations thereon. We think.
Oh, we got a smile out of that lady.
Did they ever find it? The lost moon of Poosh.
No.
I wonder how you lose a moon.
No, it's just me.
Oh.
Nothing on my own.
Bad breakup.
I've found myself single rather recently, not by choice.
What happened?
She needed her own space, a different galaxy, in fact.
I had a friend went to a different universe.
Yeah. Well, she's friendlier than I thought she was going to be.
Just mysterious.
Oh, she's gone through a tough time.
No one had come here in all eternity.
That's fascinating. But what's the threat? He's going to be one of those characters who... Oh, sorry. He's going to be one of those characters who insists that the thing that is happening couldn't possibly happen, like throughout the entire episode. It's going to bug the crap out of me.
And I've been on this expedition 14 times. They never stop.
Well, evidently we have stopped, so there's no point in denying it.
Stabilising doesn't really make sense, does it? Sorry, I'm the Doctor, I'm very clever. So, what's wrong?
It is beautiful.
Bit of flim-flam. Don't worry, that's all you know. So it's not the engine. It's just a little pause.
Uh-oh. Oh.
If we can't, Professor, it's fine.
What did he say?
No, okay. Yeah, I've seen this before in this plot. So fear, panic, confined area. There's going to be like theories and ridiculous ideas, and maybe some that make sense, but everybody's going to panic and turn on each other. And yeah, this is like the mob mentality, sort of like it's a scary situation, especially for somebody like the Doctor, because usually it's the person who makes the most sense that stands alone, and he would be the one that everyone else would turn on. Am I close?
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, good.
Everything's fine.
Well, I don't like that.
What was that?
I did tell you this episode's kind of creepy.
Cooling down.
Yeah.
Just said,
Knock, knock.
who's there?
I don't know if I've mentioned it. I don't really like horror.
Is there something out there?
I love it.
Well,
I remember.
Hello?
Oh, maybe don't engage.
There is no it. There's nothing out there.
Okay.
that's the entrance. Can I get in?
It's cast iron, that door.
No.
What is it? What the hell's making that noise? She said she'd get me. Stop it. Make it stop.
She said she'd get me.
Oh, it's coming for me. It's coming for me.
Oh, it's gonna like possess her.
Arms, legs, neck, head, nose. I'm fine.
Everyone else? How are we? Everyone all right?
Oh,
Earthquake. Must be.
Really?
this is mean.
She's saying doctor.
It's all right. It's all right. It's over. Look, the wall's still intact. See?
Okay, so there's this old trope. I don't know if it's not really trope. This old superstition in any religion or belief that involves possessing spirits or demonic entities or people preying on other people, using things, making somebody feel afraid, making somebody feel unsafe, heightened emotions of fear and panic, and that makes them susceptible to things like possession and things like that. So whenever I saw her panicking, even a little earlier on, that's the first thought I had, that whatever this thing was, it was trying to get inside her head, right? Whether it's psychic or however that you would want to explain it, right? That just made the most sense. And I think that's what's happened. We'll see. Okay. All right, fine. Oh, the cab's gone.
The cabin's gone.
Be ridiculous.
It can't be gone.
Oh my God.
Be gone.
Just look at me.
Still gives me shivers.
Yeah.
Just want you to turn around.
Oh, maybe. I don't know if we really want that. The shadow is so effective. Oh, no. No, thank you. No.
There's something about her eyes, isn't there?
Yeah. It's learning her body.
Why are you repeating?
No, learning.
What is that? Learning?
What is that?
Yeah.
Learning?
Absorbing.
Absorbing?
That's scary.
The music's so effective at this point as well.
Impossible.
Oh, it's so good.
Whatever you're listening.
666.
666.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a bit better.
What about the rescue? How long's it going to take?
She's not
60 minutes.
copying them anymore.
I think you should leave her.
alone.
Oh, I thought I was just hearing things.
No.
That look.
Do that.
Oh, she doesn't look friendly. Oh, that's such a good shot, though. Look at that.
Guy. Oh, Doctor, you're so handsome. Yes, I am. Thank you.
It's also tone and inflection.
We must not look at goblin men.
Oh no, not a creepy nursery rhyme.
That's supposed to mean.
Actually, I don't think that's helping.
No.
She's not a goblin or a monster. There is no it.
Oh, come on.
I don't want her becoming me, or things could get a whole lot worse.
Oh, right, you're so special.
As it happens, yes, I am. So that's decided. We stay back and we wait.
That's a mistake, though.
Yeah, that's gonna piss him off.
Yeah.
We can't throw her out, though. We can't even open the doors.
No one is getting thrown out.
Wow. Yeah.
Could you actually murder her? Any of you? Really?
Yeah. Dad. Oh, no. Stewardess.
Amy, I think we should.
Which side would you be on?
Huh?
Which side would you be on? Like, would you want to throw her out, or would
No.
you keep her there?
No, I wouldn't want to throw her out. I think, but it comes back down to the same old thing, right? They're just afraid.
Mm-hmm.
You get enough people in one place, all afraid of the same thing. All it takes is one person to suggest a remedy, right? Something to get them out of that place, something to make them safe.
Yeah.
That was a great line. I just want to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it boils down to. And people will do anything. It's a really, really ugly face of humanity. But it is a face that is human.
Well, yeah, no, I think it's also why we've, persevered for such a long time as the human race is like, we always think of our own safety above everything else. And so, we've ended up becoming like overpopulated and very safe.
Yeah. And well, the question becomes, when does that turn? When does making ourselves safe actually put us in danger?
Yeah, when do we start devolving?
Huh?
When do we start devolving instead of evolving? Because, the Charles Darwin thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely another angle. I was thinking more like, we start prescribing penicillin for very common things that our body's designed to fight off already, and then those common things get stronger, so we get stronger penicillin, and then we get super viruses, and then we've got like vancomycin and these like really potent drugs that kill the virus, but just weaken our immune system. Don't let us evolve with the illness, and then we end up, back where we started, unprepared. But no, that's a very good point too, right? First you're afraid, and then you're willing to do anything. You lose your character.
Because when we get back to the base, I'll be there to contain it.
We haven't done much so far.
He's just standing at the back with the rest of us.
She's dangerous. It's my job.
Well, we're all stuck in a little box. There's not a lot he can do.
I think perhaps we're all going a little bit too far.
At last!
I can't believe this is the man I'm agreeing with.
Don't make it a...
I'm killing anyone.
Good man.
Could you actually take hold of someone and throw them out of that door?
Calling me a coward.
We'll put you in charge anyway.
I'm sorry, but you're a doctor of what?
I'm just travelling. I'm a traveller, that's all.
Like an immigrant. Who are you talking to? You got on board. You were talking to...
You called us humans like you're not one of us.
That's what...
Yeah.
And what?
But how did you know what to do?
Because I'm clever!
And we're dumb.
And what are we then?
Really.
Idiots.
That's not what I meant.
I think Dad needs
throw him
a
out.
testosterone reduction.
We throw him out as well.
Yeah.
If you have to.
You keep out of this, Jethro.
Look at her.
Oh, she quit.
She stopped.
She's just going to be following him now.
No, she hasn't. She's still doing it.
She looks the same to me.
Oh, look at that. She looks so smug now.
Not me.
Oh, no.
Do we have a deal?
Wow.
She spoke before he did, definitely.
He's copying her.
No.
It's transferred, whatever it is. It's gone inside him.
Come on, somebody has to notice. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. They've completely separated.
It's in him. Do you see? I said it was him all the time.
Look at that lighting, though.
You saw it, didn't you? Oh, don't be stupid, Jethro. Of course
Wow.
I suppose he was right next to him.
Everyone, you watch me. I'm gonna throw him out.
Yes. Throw him out. Throw him
Oh, my God, he's so afraid.
That's the way. That's the way. You can do it. You can do it. Molto bene.
So I wanted to go back just a second because of there was this one moment with Jethro, I think is his name, right? The kid. This was really good, and he's not really been really very featured. You know, you get the dad, the professor, the mom. They've been the loudest voices. But this little moment from this actor was really good, and I just wanted to go back and see it again.
You saw it, didn't you?
Right here.
Oh, don't be stupid, Jethro. Of course you did.
I suppose he was right next to him.
Everyone saw it. Everyone.
Didn't you?
The little
Making it up.
dimple.
Yeah.
Pretending you're an expert in mechanics and hydraulics.
Yeah, but has she been wrong, though? Even one time?
Now, shut up.
That's how he does it.
That's how he does it.
This is interesting. I didn't put that together until just then. That the idea that it wasn't just in Mrs. Silvestry, that it was sort of whispering to all of them. making all this worse. I didn't. Just it kind of shows, tells on my opinion of people in a group. There's an old saying that it's from a film. It's from Men in Black, I think, where Tommy Lee Jones says, "A person is smart, but people are dumb, panicky animals." Like in a group, and
my mom has a T-shirt that says "Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups." And
it's like the larger the group of people, the easier it is for us to be manipulated and coaxed and to just kind of forget who we are. You know, leave our own beliefs in,
mob mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's. I thought that's all it was, but it makes sense if it's sort of preying on their fears. And what is it though? Because it ripped the cabin off, and it very cleanly sliced the wires and stuff in the wall. This is
very powerful, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's fascinating, but so I've had chills, like full body chills for the past like from here on out. David Tennant's performance is really, it's haunting. He's so terrified. I've never seen him this afraid.
Yeah. I think it makes it quite obvious as well that he hasn't got the creature in him because he's just looks so scared right now.
Yeah. And from the beginning, but you know, it makes sense because if it passed into him, he's already made himself the villain to these guys, right? He basically called them stupid. They don't know who he is. They don't know where he came from. He didn't have a ticket. He doesn't have a name. He's kind of been talking down to them for a big portion of this. It gives them a really easy out. And she said the word safe again at some point through here. It's really brilliant, but yeah, his performance is it's scary good.
Hers is great too, though. Like the
Mrs. Silvestry. Yeah. So like, there's really cool little insights that are little techniques that you use to get that kind of malevolent expression. The favorite role of mine that I played while I was in college was in this student-written play about a serial killer who was in prison getting interviewed. I played the devil. It's taxing. If you do it wrong, it can be traumatic, but it's really, really fun to get into a character like that. And just the process of finding that kind of cold, malevolent expression it's a challenge. So it's really fun to see somebody do that. And she did a really great job.
And she did the face character really well, as well. Like, you could see that change even in her eyes before she said anything. And as well, I think I watched something about the filming of this episode, and she was saying about how she had to learn triple the amount of script that everyone else did for that episode, and she had to learn pi to some crazy number.
Yeah, because she would have had to learn everybody's lines essentially from halfway through the episode on. That would be crazy. But also, you're right, that switch. Now, obviously, at the very beginning, she was a little grumpy. And then we got a little bit of her opening up and being kind and a little vulnerable. And then to play a completely different character midway through. Just something that's totally different than what you were playing in the beginning. It's very, very talented, for sure. It's got really, really religious or spiritual, demonic overtones to this entire episode. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know that I would rewatch this. They said that the people in the comments have mentioned that there is a little behind the scenes where they talk about how they made this. And oh, by the way, the mirroring exercises that they were doing, right, and speaking at the same time and all that. That's actually a really fundamental, a very basic level acting
exercise.
Yes, exercise. Thank you. It's a really, really you learn that really early on, and usually it's used to help you connect with your co-stars, right, with the people, your stage partners. But it's really fun to do, but it is really difficult. So the way they did it was really impressive, and whenever they switched from being in sync to her just being slightly ahead, it was so beautifully done. This is just really, technically, there's so much going on in this episode from an acting perspective. The cinematography is really beautiful too. The first time we saw them silhouetted next to each other, right? The doctor and Mrs. Silvestry, right? He knelt down. If you go back and look, unless I'm remembering wrong, they were front lit. So the light was on the front of their face, the part of their face that was being filmed. The next time, when she was just mimicking him, right before she took him over, they were backlit and their faces were in shadow. And that's a really interesting sort of storytelling device to indicate that the tone had changed. And while before we were in a place of trying to help her and trying to find hope and trying to make things better, now it's just it's gone the wrong way. The power has flipped from the light to the dark. It was really cool to see. Let's finish this up. This is very well done. I don't like it.
You watch me.
Right there. He's just so, because he knows what's going to happen. He's so terrified.
What's all the matter? You come on.
I hate that. Like your ability or willingness to take a life has anything to do with you being a man.
She's taken his lion! I said it was her.
Wow.
Molto bene.
Molto bene.
No, don't do that.
Not right now.
Don't.
That's so interesting.
Dun, 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 dun.
We never see him rattled like that.
Yeah.
Like ever.
It's a complete lack of control, isn't it? Like, he's always in control, isn't he? So.
Yeah, even when he's not, even when he's improvising and just doing things, he always has himself. He always has that massive brain of his and all of his knowledge and his wit, and it was all just stolen, right?
His charisma, especially with this doctor,
Yeah.
Although we didn't see much charisma this episode, basically calling them all idiots.
Yeah, he was a bit blunt right from the beginning. I was thinking, maybe this isn't the best tack to take.
Yeah.
From the start. But if it was preying on them from the beginning, that would make sense, because it also felt a little bit like the things he was saying were the things he would say, and then there was just this insistence to not listen, like to not stop and think. And I feel like he just got frustrated.
Yeah.
Idiocy, like stupid, there's no way to say it. Stupid people do tend to get on his nerves. Closed-minded people tend to get on his nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And they were being very, narrow-minded.
Mm-hmm. There were a couple of closed-minded people there, wasn't there?
Yeah, a bit from the beginning. Yeah, from a bit, even without that thing. But yeah, certainly made it worse. So
yeah.
The professor. I can't stand people like that. I know people like that in person, like in real life, and I can't handle it.
Poor Jethro, his parents just so intolerable.
Right? And he seemed like a good kid. He was smart.
Yeah.
And 1 second it was like, don't ask him, he's just a boy. And the next minute it was like, isn't that right, Jethro? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Poor kid. Oh, I wonder how he's going to carry this forward.
Did you enjoy it overall?
Did I enjoy what?
The episode overall?
Yes. No. Yeah. Yes, I did. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that I really enjoyed it as a piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll volunteer to quickly watch it again. It was really uneasy. The whole watching experience was really uncomfortable, but it was brilliantly done. The complexity, how difficult it is to shoot 40 minutes of footage in one 20 by 15 space that's brilliant all by itself. Yeah. There was so much in here. Huh?
Sorry, you barely notice either that it's like all filmed in just like one room, because like there's so much drama going on between the characters that it doesn't even matter that there's not like loads of locations or anything really that impressive. Yeah,
so they did a lot of things to make it less noticeable. Like in the beginning, when they were going back and forth from the different conversations, we would always come in with an establishing shot, right? And then we had completely different angles taken at completely different sections. On the left side, on the right side, angles are really important when you're talking about cinematography. You can feel like you're in a whole new space, or that the space is bigger if you just break the 180 rule, for the next scene. If you go from being here to being here with the character, the next scene over, it makes it feel like it's doubly as big. And then going from the very back where she was planted over there, those close-ups, the shots where everybody was in view behind her, it felt like a whole new space. When he got him to the front of the cabin and he had them all huddled, Those close-ups made it feel like a whole new space. They did a really good job with the cinematography to really utilize every inch of that the space that they had and make it feel much bigger than it was. Make it feel like completely different rooms, completely different areas, depending on where they were. The lighting was really good too. That helped. That's what I mean. There was so much. If you wanted to like break down each individual technical aspect of an episode and talk about all the tools and techniques that were used to make it work, you could do a whole series, break down each individual part, like the cinematography, the lighting, the score was brilliant. The score was so much. There was so much going on. And it told the story all by itself. But then the acting and the characterization and the segmenting of the set, there was so much that was happening all at once that had to make this work. Who directed this one? Was this Moffat?
The director is someone called Alice Drewton.
Okay, I've got to look her up. I don't know what she's done, but this was remarkable. The writing was great from the beginning, but the directing of this was truly, truly masterful. Just to make it work. So good. It was really good. So yes, I did enjoy watching this episode. There were some moments I didn't like. I didn't enjoy being a part of. It was probably clear on my face which moments those are too. But overall, like I said, just technically and all the performances were really great.
So I've just done some digging into Alice Drewton, and apparently she directed this episode, The Doctor's Daughter, and The Poison Sky. And those are the she's directed from Doctor Who.
Okay.
She also did some Sarah Jane and some Torchwood.
This was definitely the better of the three. Of Doctor Who episodes anyway. I mean, The Poison Sky was good. The Doctor's Daughter was good, but they were not as effective as this. Like the Doctor's Daughter, I felt like maybe could have been 2 parts. It felt really crammed in together.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like a really big idea and it's just shoved into one episode. But this was brilliant. This was really good. Yeah, this would definitely be at the top of my resume for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so that was Doctor Who. Do you have anything else before I run into the outro?
Unlike you, this is one that I come back to quite a lot because, like, I enjoy the thrill. Like, so.
Okay, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's the banging on the walls. I didn't enjoy that bit, and then the run up to her only copying the Doctor, like up to that point when they weren't screaming at each other. I just got annoyed. But some of the other, just the look on her face, she did such a good job. Was really creepy. Yeah. Maybe sparked some religious trauma for me. It was uncomfortable, but it was a really great episode. I can definitely see that this is probably a fan favorite, right? It has to be, like, in general.
Yeah, it must be. I think it's in like the top 10 scariest episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was really, and just seeing the Doctor so afraid, like he was straining at first. Whenever she first took his voice, he was like struggling, and there was a tear coming out of his eye, and you could see how tense he was. But as soon as one person mentioned throwing him out, he just looked terrified because there was nothing he could do. And how often ever have we seen him where there's just nothing he can do? Yeah. That was so good. And even now I'm getting chills thinking about it. All right. So that was Doctor Who Series 4, Episode 10. That was Midnight. That was really good. It was really good. I definitely enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Sarah, for watching it with me. I appreciate it. I always enjoy having somebody to bounce ideas off of. And it's always annoying when I ask questions and you just look at me because obviously you're not going to answer. So that's fun too. But anyway, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. You've been here before. You're not new here. You know how it works. Share it around. Check the description for my allmylinks.com/that'snotacting link. If you want to catch the full reaction on Patreon. By the time this hits YouTube, I will probably be at Series 10. That's just how it's going. But if you want to check those out, you can find the links down in there. My other channels. If you want to jump the line for something, that information is down there as well. You'll also find Sarah's Instagram, Sunny G Mama on Instagram. Check her out. Really cool photos on there. All that being said, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Please remember, as always, to be kind to each other. And to most importantly, be kind to yourself.